What are we doing today, Connor?
We are putting on heavy-duty control arms.
Okay. What are you planning on doing with this machine?
I'm going to race it next year.
Really? That RBOR race?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm down. He's a crazy good driver, but this was a 50-inch machine. We've put S suspension on it and heavy-duty Fox shocks with iBox springs. Basically, we're going to build this throughout the winter, so I'll give you guys a little rundown on it. Right now, we're getting rid of all the S A-arms, like stock-style A-arms, and we've got high-clearance, heavy-duty Super ATV A-arms, front and rear, adjustable sway bar links, and I'm going to build some heavy-duty aluminum tie rods because the ones that are on it are pretty chintzy, and I don't really like the options that are out there for these machines. Not a lot of people are building 800s anymore, so we've got a low-hour, low-mile machine. And basically we've widened it up, we've lifted it, we've got 29s on it right now. These A-arms are going to move the front tire forward an inch and a half, and it's going to move the back tire back an inch and a half, so it'll give us more clearance. I think it should be good for 31-inch tires. I don't know what we're going to run on it yet, but as of right now we're running 29s. We also got a full half-inch full belly skid plate I picked up a couple weeks ago in Tennessee. We're not doing a step-by-step install on this machine. We're just gonna time lapse, and me and him are going to install the A-arms and get that back together, and then we'll do another video on the rest of the stuff that we do. But we plan on putting a cage on it, doors on it, A-arm skid plates, upgraded shocks, basically anything you could think he needs. A mesh windshield. He's got communication in there, but I'm thinking about putting a rugged radio in there. Yeah, so it's going to be a good time, and you guys will see it as we go throughout the winter. We've had a lot of stuff going on around here. We got parts everywhere. We've got a motor out of an XP900 sitting over here that's got to get rebuilt. And so we're just going to get this winter started. You guys will see us time-lapsing here for a while. We'll cut in here and there. Okay. You can take the hood off. They can't hear us, so we can talk. Okay? Okay. They can only hear us when we're around the big camera. Okay, you can lean that up over here out of the way. Alright guys, so we got one side peeled down. This is the passenger side. Basically those are just like 2010 to 2014 800S A-arms, and I just basically pieced together everything I needed to do this. These are some adjustable Fox shocks with some iBox springs, and that was a big upgrade for this machine. We also have I think it's a 2/3 inch lift kit, which really helped out with ground clearance. This thing just got back from Tennessee and did great. But basically we got this side peeled apart. I'm pretty sure they're going to want us to put, they got a longer little tie rod there, which we'll do for now, but I plan on building some tie rods anyways. And then behind the boot and the rack and pinion is going to be a round piece of plastic that kind of looks like a C, and it's a steering stop. It doesn't let the steering turn as far as it did, I guess. I don't know. Haven't got that far yet, but basically that's that side peeled apart. You have to peel the front end off to get your control arm bolts out, but we're getting ready to put these bad boys on. This is a passenger lower with new ball joint in it. That's going to be a driver or passenger upper, new ball joint in it. And then all that stuff is the rear. But we'll go ahead and keep going here. Alright guys, so we got the passenger side completely done. Obviously the toe and camber and caster need adjusted, which we'll do that after it's on the ground. But everything's bolted back together. You can see that that's your stock style 800S, and that's high clearance. I'm not 100% sure if this lifted the machine as well. Kind of concerned with that because I already have a lift kit, so I might have to let it down some, which is, I guess, not the end of the world, but this thing already had plenty of clearance. So that's high clearance, adjustable, heavy duty, super ATV A-arms. Basically, the kid's been saving his pennies and paid for most of this stuff by himself, so gotta keep him working, keep him wanting to do this. So we're gonna go ahead and do the other side. Alright guys, I gave it a quick little alignment. It's got way more clearance. That's for sure. Everything feels nice and tight. Maybe it's a little wider, I don't know. Can't really tell. But the rear's gonna look good with it too. Right now it's just stock. We got his seat modified pretty heavy, but I got some new seats and I'm going to really modify them, because right now he's rocking 2 cushions, and if he's racing, I don't really want the bounciness behind him. I'd prefer him to be completely solid, strapped in, where I don't ever have to worry or be concerned. So the new seats, I'll be able to kick them up more, and it was perfect. So we're going to change that out, cage out, put some sort of communication in here, which he's already got intercoms in his helmet, so he's good there. But it's gonna be a ripper for sure. Got some Pro XP wheels on it. We're gonna go ahead and put this grill back on. We're gonna probably start on the rest. Alright guys, so we got this thing turned around. We're gonna go ahead and get the high clearance rears in. And so little man's gonna go ahead and jack this thing up, and we'll get it started. Alright guys, he got that side basically ripped down, the control arms off and stuff by himself. He surprised me. A couple of them bolts I didn't think he was going to get by himself with just a ratchet wrench, but he did. You doing good? You having fun?
Yeah.
Alright, well, Rod was just here. Rod's going to be Connor's co-driver for next year's race, because RBOR race, I think you can drive 10 years old or older as long as you have a co-driver that's 16 years or older. So Rod's going to be his co-driver, and yeah, should be a rowdy year next year. So there's going to be a lot of trail riding, a lot of racing, and a little bit less dunes this next year, but a lot of race events, different stuff like that. The 4-seater is going to be hopefully making a comeback. So it's been a rough year for the 4-seater, but next year I think we got her all dialed in. So we're gonna go ahead and start installing this side back, put this side back together, and alright guys, so the GoPro battery died. He's swapping that out now, but we went ahead and got this button back up. We ended up putting new wheel bearings in both hubs. We did that off camera, and all new bushing, so everything is really tight. We got the brake lines routed, the adjustable sway bar link, you can see it there. So overall this stuff's pretty nice. If you guys are looking to, you know, take a 50-inch wide 570 or 800 and converting it, like, I bought all somebody's stock components and upgraded shocks and basically widened this thing out, put some 27s on it, used it for a while, then lifted it, And now here we are with, I want to say it was 65 inches. Now it does have spacers on it, but it does help. And these got big heavy duty wheel bearings in it, kind of like a turbo bearing or a 1000 bearing. So it should be able to handle it, no problem. I mean, we've had spacers on it since, well, it had spacers on it before we got it, so we just keep using them. But we got this side to do. That knuckle I obviously pulled off so that I could put new bushings, and you can see new bearing in there. So yeah, we'll go ahead and show you this one going back together. So, what do you think of your new suspension?
I like that it's heavy duty.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's super heavy duty for sure. And I don't know. He put hurting on this machine this year, so we really needed to step it up anyways and upgrade these parts. And we got a lot to come from this machine. He's a wild man for sure. What do you say? Is your name? You say your name Joe Dirt?
Yeah.
Okay. Joe Dirt. All right. All right, we're gonna get back after it. Alright guys, so he just greased up everything. We're gonna put the tire on. We got everything over here dialed in. Everything is super tight. The suspension has been kind of loose, would you say? The bushings and whatnot needed replaced, and other than that, it's a nice machine. I really am happy with this machine. It's been a great machine since we got it. I think we've had it for maybe 2 years now. So he's been working hard to help make it what it is. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Really, man, them back tires get the best of them sometimes. All right, well, your lug nuts are...
I know where they are.
Do you? I don't.
They're back here somewhere. They're back here on the seat.
So he normally has got a drive with a cushion or 2 cushions behind him, and I don't really want that for this race. So I have some new seats that are going to go in here, and it's already modified. It's way up here compared to what it normally is, but it's still not enough. So the new seats will get him up there and hold him where he needs to be. And yeah, I mean, he did some black trails in Tennessee, and he's been riding a long time. He started on go-karts, power wheels, go-karts, 4-wheelers, dirt bikes, you name it, tractors, front end loaders, trucks, trailers. So he's got a lot of experience, and it's gonna pay off as long as he can find his lug nuts. All right guys, so she's all buttoned up, she's greased up, looks good. The next video on this will probably be putting a skid plate on there. What do you think, Connor?
I really like it.
Good.
And I'm excited for this race.
Yeah, bud. All right, well, I guess we'll see you next time.
Like and hit that subscribe button.
There you go. You got it. See you guys next time. Stock one on here. Yep. So this is the stock one. It's still in pretty good shape, but we want more coverage. So we got this 1/2 inch thick. I forget what it's called, like HDMF or something. That's what it's made out of. It's the type of plastic it is, but basically it covers all this.